Well, the government ensuring the Bahamas is still the #1 destination for tourists to visit despite the COVID-19 era. The tourism minister spoke with our Carla Palmer today on how their plans to entice more visitors has been going.
November 1st marked another attempt at opening our borders to international visitors since the COVID-19 pandemic in March. And so far, says Minister De Aguila,
we are seeing a trickling back of foreign visitors into our country. We are encouraged that at least Atlantis and Bahama are going to reopen on the 10th and 17th of December, respectively. So we're looking forward to thousands of Bahamians going back to work.
That good news, however, could all be in jeopardy if all Bahamians do not adhere to the health and safety guidelines to mitigate against the risk of COVID-19 infections increasing. While the numbers have gone down considerably as of late in both COVID infections and hospitalizations, the tourism minister is vexed and concerned.
You know, our #1 economy is tourism. It generates at least 50% of all economic activity in the country. It employs 2 out of every 3 Bahamians. And if we are a destination that's full of COVID and we have a significant amount of COVID cases, we're not going to be attractive as a place to visit. And that impacts jobs, that impacts livelihoods, that impacts your ability to live with dignity and have a job. So please, you know, I cannot beg the Bahamian people enough. These young people who are getting together and congregating and having all of these parties, it's very, very frustrating to those of us that have dutifully stayed in our homes and done what we're supposed to do and suffered to see this wanton disregard for the rules of that have been laid down as it relates to living with COVID. We shouldn't congregate, we shouldn't party, and please wear a mask at a minimum.
To date, 2 key tourism-generating islands, Exuma and Eleuthera, are on curfew and weekend lockdowns.
You know, I just cannot impress upon people enough. You know, you think that you ducking from the government by going into an Airbnb and having a party on the weekends and all the rest of it. You only fooling yourself. Because you can go home and you can infect Grammy and older people in your family who have comorbidities, and it's going to be devastating. And so we impress upon people that for the safety of not only yourself, don't only think of yourself, think of your family and think of your country. Because until we lick this problem or we abide by the rules to keep the number of cases in check, that is what's going to help us to restart our tourism industry.
With tourism, the engine of our economy, whether it starts or stops, Minister De Aguila says it's up to residents. Carla Palmer, ZNS Network News.